Alright, so big takeaway from last video is basically we gotta take the derivative and find out where that derivative is 0 or undefined. A lot of people forget about the undefined. Basically, critical numbers happen at endpoints, and we need to determine those candidates. And we need to plug each of those candidates into the original function. The rest, probably make a sign chart, see if it's a max or a min, possibly, if all else fails. Alright, the critical numbers are the x values, while the max or minimum values of the function are the y values. I kind of already touched upon that. In other words, the point 270 is a relative minimum. The minimum of the function is at 70, and it occurs at x equals 2 or just 2. Most time I put x equals 2 because it bothers me. Alright, so problem 4, we just need to find the extrema of f of x is equal to 3x to the 4th minus 4x cubed on the interval of -1 to 2. It says to use our graphing calculator to investigate first. Alright, so it says extrema, so that means that we probably need the derivative. So f primed of x is equal to 12x cubed minus 12x squared. Alright, extrema happen where the derivative is either 0 or undefined. So the easiest one probably to find is where f of x is equal to 0. So I've got 0 is equal to 12x cubed minus 12x squared. Alright, solving from there, I should get x squared. Actually 12x squared. X minus 1 should be on the inside of there, equals possibly 0. So x is equal to 0 or x is equal to 1. Alright, we've also got to figure out where f primed of x is undefined. And that's going to be never in this case. It's polynomial. There is no denominator. That's another dead giveaway that it would be undefined somewhere. That's probably the most common one to say, hey, you've got undefined that you need to take care of. But on this one, it's just a polynomial. Nothing special. It's alright. Alright, so now we're done with that part. And now that the interval is closed, we actually need to go back and we need to, test these candidates. Alright, and those test candidates are going to be -1 being my endpoint, 0 that we got here, 1 that we got here, and 2 that is my other endpoint. I need to go back into my original function and plug in all 4 of those numbers. Alright, I can't say that enough. I know that when I was first learning this, I would always forget to go back and plug in my interval. As long as it is closed, you need to plug that in. Okay, there's no way around it. Yeah, sometimes it sucks, but guess what? It's only 2 more numbers. We can do this. We've got calculators. So now I go in and I plug that into my original function. So I've got f of -1, which is going to be 3 times -1 to the 4th minus 4 times -1 cubed, which is going to give me 3 plus 4, which should equal 7. Alright, f of 0 equals 3 times 0 to the 4th minus 4 times 0 to the 3rd equals 0 plus 0, which is, hey, still 0. Then I'm going to have f of 1, which is going to be 3 times 1 to the 4th minus 4 times cubed, which should just be 3 minus 4, which should just give me, I believe, -1. And then finally I've got f of 2, which should be 3 times 2 to the 4th minus 4 times 2 cubed, which should be 16. Alright. Cool beans. So now I look at my numbers and I'm like, where do I have a maximum? So, where is my maximum? Well, my maximum happens where is my y value the largest on those 4 types of numbers? Well, my largest number that I see is 16. And where did that 16 happen? Well, that 16 happened when x equaled 2. And then what about my minimum? Well, what's my lowest y value that I see? My lowest y value is -1. So I have a minimum at -1. And that happened when I plugged in x is equal to +1. And really, that's it. I can't say that I've really been given more than 8 points to plug in. And like I said, it's really not that bad. You're literally just plugging numbers in. But please don't be like me and forget your endpoints as well. Remember that it needs to be on a closed interval. And that's about it. Plug in your endpoints and plug in the numbers that you get once you take the derivative and set that equal to 0 and get your undefined values. Alright, other than that, see you in my next video.